Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back once again with the Renegade Master. I'm your Dreadlock caster, RedRipz, right here for episode number 3, or part 3, sorry, of today's series of CasualCraft casts that I'm doing today. I'm basically doing a best of 3 between these two players. In the bottom right hand corner, the first of the two, it is the Red Protoss player. It's Snake! Today's brother from another mother, the beautiful, in the red. Whoop! And as I say, a couple of games ago I did mention these two are both ex-Master League players from Wings of Liberty. They're coming back into the game now, and we should hopefully expect some more weirdness out of them. They're currently at 1-1 in this best of 3. So with that, we're going to have a little look up at the opponent of Snake. Up in the top left-hand corner of Akilon Wastes here. His name, in the blue, is the Zerg player, Grit. Yeah, today's sister from another mister, the ever beautiful, up here in the top left-hand corner of Akilon Wastes. Now, this is the final game in this best of 3. Each player taking a game so far. Now, in the first of the series, Snake was able to take it with some clever defences. He did lose his second base initially, but was able to come back with Void Rays and pretty much just won the game on the back of that. Meanwhile, Grit, on the other hand, in game 2, went a heavy Roach Hydra composition and had made some clever use of Corruptors, basically to take down the Colossi that Snake had built to deal with the Roach Hydra, and then obviously just mass Roach, just pretty much winning the game on the back of that. So with that, we're going to see game 3, see what these two players can bring for us today in this best of 3 series. So Snake's going to be straight away getting down his Gateway, the usual same build that he's been going with the last few games. Gateway into Assimilator, all very nice. Grit, on the other hand, taking a bit of a risk here, going for the hatchery first, as opposed to the spawning pool first builds that he's been going recently. Looks like he's going to be taking a slightly more macro-orientated position and actually getting extracted down slightly before his spawning pool even. So it does look like he might be just rushing straight into Zerglings once again here, or at least getting the tech out to do so. Spawning pool will be coming down here any second, I would imagine. He's just going to have a quick scout for proxies. Very sensible actually on this map, as this map is full, if we have a look, of spots for proxies all around these spots, all very good places to build extra proxies and other malarkey and bullshit is basically what you've got to be aware of as a Zerg player on this sort of map, because, well, Zergs don't really proxy. I mean, yeah, you get proxy hatch, but it's not something that you think of so much, so it's not always something that you look for, or at least that's my logic on the map as a Zerg player. Yeah, with that in mind, he's doing some nice little scouting around, making sure there's nothing there, so he doesn't get easily beaten out of this third game here between these two players. Now, if we just have a look here, the drone of Grit's going to be coming at the main base of Snake here, having a little scout around. He's going to see the same start as before, with the Gateway Cybernex core down at the front, the Assimilator just behind that, and a second Assimilator on the way pretty much immediately afterwards. Should be expecting to see a second base here out of Snake before too long as well. He doesn't look like he's rushing into anything there. No chrono boost coming down on the Cybernex core, and that's all fair and dandy. So with the spawning pool finishing up, we're just going to be saving up the 100 gas he needs, I would imagine. Well, I was going to say that, but he's actually not doing that. Perhaps he's a little bit otherwise engaged. I think we should be seeing some Zerg speed down before too long, and that's pretty much what he's going for, I feel. Meanwhile, we've got the hatchery at the second is finished. He's going to be starting getting out drones there soon. Queen starting in both bases, and just generally moving into the early game kind of economy play, basically, where you just get out as much of an economy as you can, and as I say that, he starts to spawn 10 lings. So it does look like Grit's actually just going to be getting out some lings here. I'm not sure whether that's going to be something he's going to be doing for a while, or exactly what. I mean, he has stopped mining gas, he has gone for the metabolic boost upgrade, so he's not going to be getting out any roaches or anything anytime soon, or if he is, he's only been getting out 2 of them. With that in mind, I don't think... I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He might try and put some pressure on. He's been quite a fan of the early ling pressure, says our Grit, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him continue it. I mean, we've got some lings wandering around. I think they're generally just looking to see if there's any proxy pylons, any weirdness like that. We've got a couple of zealots out on the map here for Snake, just having a wander around, but nothing too much interesting going on. Although actually the mothership core is moving out as well there, so we might see some pressure out of Snake here. I'm pretty convinced that 2 zealots and a mothership core can quite comfortably go through 4 zerglings, but we'll see. And the zerglings are actually just going to move down to the bottom of the map now. He has actually spotted what's coming in here at the front, and we'll have to pull his troops back to come and help deal with this. We've got a spine crawler coming down on the second now. We've got a few random lings wandering around, coming in again to deal with these 2 zealots. These 2 zealots are just going to give chase on the queen, and with that, I think we might be seeing the engagement. Although I didn't actually really need to see the drones engage there. Nicely picked out by Grit, as he was basically just trying to get the surround on these 2 zealots, and the 2 zealots desperately running backward and forward trying to get to the queen, weren't able to do so, out and were quite happily killed off by the Lings. As Zergling's speed kicks in as well now, so I think we're going to see a counter-attack out of Grit here. Second base of Snake not even half done yet, and basically only one Zealot on the high ground here. So Snake's actually in an awful position here now, as Grit was able to take out those two Zealots pretty much for free. The Mothership Core's out of position, and there's so many Zerglings coming at the front of this base now. This is a difficult situation, and these are going to go straight through this Zealot. Yeah, we're going to see like a force field down here, and maybe, yeah, we'll get a second one out the second sentry, but that's not going to last too long here. And it's actually, God, we're even seeing some damage on the Zealots, on the sentries here. As that Zealot falls, a couple of Lings getting through. I'm not sure if they're going to do this forever. We're not going to see a second force field out of this this other sentry before that's gone. And there we are, the Lings are getting through. Both sentries going down straight away, and we're going to see continued pressure here out of Grit here now as the Zerglings are free roam with the main base of Snake here. So much that damage that they can do here right now, just eating up all these Lings. 3 Zealots coming in the mineral line, but they're not going to do that much in the time it takes for the few Zerglings that were there to kill off a good few probes. So if we just have a quick look at the workers kill count, 9 workers killed so far for Grit to the 1 of Snake. So a much stronger assault here from Grit than what Snake was able to manage with those two Zealots of his. I think he was hoping to catch Grit out, but with Grit building so many early Zerglings, he was able to completely overwhelm those few Zealots and absolutely just charge straight up into Snake's base, and basically just forced him to cancel that, keep him on one base. And actually we're going to see a complete wall in here as well now out of Snake here, as such is the situation. Absolute dire needs. The last of the Zealots falling down there on the outside, and I think we might just see continued damage here on these while the Mothership Core continues to sort of pepper them with fire. Meanwhile, we're starting to see the Stalkers coming out behind this now, so this is good for Snake. He should be able to push this back now, and should basically just be able to just sit with the Stalker here behind this, killing off all these Lings as they arrive, as long as he can continue getting a few ranged units out to help deal with this. He really doesn't need to be getting out the Zealots inside his base, I'll be honest. He just needs to concentrate on getting down Stalkers so he can shoot down these Lings. Because as you might well know, Lings are pretty rubbish against, well, just generally pretty rubbish against early Protoss units, really, unless you can get a really good surround. So if you've got a bunch of Stalkers sitting behind a fully walled in thing like this, they can just kill Lings all day. We can actually go back to the units lost tab there. Yeah, 44 units killed there for Snake so far compared to the 16 of Grit. So Grit's very much just sort of banging his head against the wall here, trying to get up this ramp, but he isn't going to manage it. That warp gate surviving on just 2 health there, that was really close. And to be honest, I think Grit is going to continue this pressure as he's going to seek to be pushing up, taking out this warp gate, and generally getting on with what he's set out to do in the first place, which is win the game. And with the warp gate falling down there now, the Lings are going to be right all over the front of these sentries here. Big surround going on there as well now, as the few Lings were able to get through. No force fields coming down at all, and with all these, not quite all these troops dying, I thought we were going to see the end of it, but 2 more Zealots did manage to be warped in there, and we're going to see the pretty much the end of the pressure here, I think, out of Grit here, as the last of the Lings will be falling down. I mean, he's sending a couple more Lings up here and there, but I don't think those are going to be charging straight in. I think they're basically just the last of the troops that he was spawning as he continued that pressure. Meanwhile, he's got 2 full mining bases to Zower Grit. He's looking pretty sexy here now. He's got the layer down, he's getting his evolution chamber out, he's got the roach warren down as well. All looking very good. Loads and loads of gas income, and generally loads and loads of mineral income, really. So I'd like to see him slap down a couple more bases, get out another round of drones, and then just go massive into the unit, because, well, that's what he needs out, really. A lot of units can win in this game very swiftly. Our Protoss player is in an absolutely atrocious position here, basically. He's got 2 gateways down, a 3rd one is being built, a 4th one as well on the way, and a 5th, in fact. So he's getting 5 gateways down now to try and deal with this huge over-mineral thing that he has going on. Because basically he's just not been producing enough units. And I think if he had, he might have been able to defend that attack a little bit more efficiently, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's been quite cost-efficient in terms of keeps putting buildings down and just spamming Mothership Core and Stalker behind it, which comfortably sort of just kills off as many Lings as possible, which is effectively Grit wasting resources, but at the same time, Grit's done a lot of damage with those resources, and he's actually should be able to just get enough Lings together to really just come in and just deal a lot of damage to this base as well if Snake's not careful with it. So it's very much in Grit's hands at the moment. The roaches are coming out now. They're going to be moving down onto this lower ground here as the 3rd base of Grit is building down there. So they're going to take out the rocks, and we're going to see a unified 3-base play out of Grit here now, with the Overseers coming out as well. I'm guessing, in fact, he did spot the Dark Shrine there. Where's the... where's that Dark Shrine? Oh, there it is. Bang in the middle of the screen. I'm guessing Grit spotted the Dark Shrine. If we can just try and just find out there, that'd be quite useful. Oh, actually, no, he hasn't spotted the Dark Shrine, although all these units are brand new. So at this point, it's actually all to play for, really, I'll be honest. Because, well, Grit doesn't know about this. I just assumed that he was getting out the Overseers because he'd seen that already and was ready to deal with it. But I guess it is a good idea anyway to have vision out. So at this point, Grit is just really in control of this game. It's very much his game to take. He's got full map control on the go. He's got overlords all over the place, and there's absolutely nothing moving out to deal with him except this single Stalker, which I'd imagine will be dealt with pretty swiftly if Grit continues as he is. He's once again going to the Roach Hydra composition, getting the Zerg missile attack upgrade, getting Spore Callers down in his extra bases, and just building a lot of Hydras right now. Very nice play. Meanwhile, down in Snake's base, we have a fully saturated base there. Actually, looks like did he cancel that second? I think he cancelled his second base. I think he's just warped in a bunch of extra units and has just decided to go for it. Basically, he's got quite a lot of zealots out, but like that's not going to stop this. Like I don't think these zealots are going to go through this, or at least maybe with time warps on top of that and some clever sort of positioning, you might be able to get away with this. But I think as long as these units kite back with this number of Hydralisks out and a nice meaty wall of roaches just to sit in front of them, these zealots aren't going to go anywhere. It's a bit of a risk there for Snake, and I'm actually really surprised he's bothering to move out now instead of try and take a second and hopefully defend it. Especially when he's going to run in like this and lose random zealots like that, because that's not helpful to his battle plan. And Grit's spotting this opportunity. He's going to try and move down and take advantage of this. And we're actually going to see 3 Archons warping in here, as the DTs are going to be spotted and cleared up straight away. And basically now the Zealots can't even get near this army, and they're just being picked off comfortably. It's like, because of the sheer number of Hydras that are sat behind with the range upgrades. So with that, we're going to see pretty much everything here fall for Snake, and Snake down on less than 60 supply now, not in a very good position, down to 40, less than 40 supply here now. He's just in an awful position. I can't see how Snake can win this. GG is thrown out, and slightly lackluster third game perhaps, but nonetheless a nice tie off to the series. Grit was able to basically get the better economy up earlier on, and just basically because of the timing of those lings, I mean, I wouldn't say it was luck, but like it just happened to catch those zealots out as they came in. And really, I mean, I don't like that 2 zealot mothership call thing. I'd kind of like to see just a few more zealots maybe, or a few more stalkers or something, or at least be sure that your opponent isn't just already building zerglings to come and kill you. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how he could have told that. Perhaps scouting this base and seeing that there wasn't that many drones in there might have told him that. But other than that, no, it was basically Grit just took the game. He went for the 2 base, got the 3rd base down behind. That was looking to continue, stopped Snake from expanding, and Snake basically just decided to all in on the back of that. I think he'd had enough at this stage, and wasn't very successful. So, well, basically thanks to the submitter for submitting the games. Thanks to both players. Cheers to you guys for watching. And, well, like, comment, subscribe, all the usual banter. I've been RedRipz. This has been a best of 3, and God, my throat's killing me already. It's been a long week of speaking anyway, and, well, coming home as a cast after work is, yeah, killing my voice at the moment, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm going to man through it. We're going to see some more casts out of me tomorrow. Hopefully these videos will be up online before the end of the year, most likely tomorrow. Well, thanks very much for watching. As I say, like, comment, subscribe, all the usual banter. I've been RedRipz, your Dreadlock caster, and GG to both players. Cheers.